Let's go. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Heartland Championship Wrestling. My name is Dave Little, and we are coming to you live from the Dave Cave with action from Pro Wrestling Mid-America. We are at the Mid-South Coliseum tonight in Memphis, Tennessee, with an exciting show and a very intriguing main event. The current Pro Wrestling Mid-America Heavyweight Champion Jackie Fargo, accompanied by Jimmy Hart, is defending the Pro Wrestling Mid-America Heavyweight Championship tonight against the Iron Sheik. It is heel versus heel. And Jimmy Hart has had a bit of turmoil, a bit of dissension in the ranks of the Whatever We Want faction in recent weeks and months. And so you never know what is going to happen with Whatever We Want and with an unpredictable element like the Iron Sheik thrown into the mix. Excuse me. Also tonight, Arn Anderson representing Whatever We Want in grudge match action against rugged Ronnie Garvin, one of the main nemesis of the Whatever We Want faction. Randy Savage to take on JBL tonight, and the Crusher and Red BASTEIN to take on the VACHON brothers. And before we get rolling with the matches, let's say hello in the chat room. First in line at the turnstile, none other than Jay Randus. Hello to you, my friend. Neely Bob, of course, in the house with the Velvet Group, which I believe includes Kevin Sullivan, the heavyweight champion, and Candice Michelle, the ladies heavyweight champion, if I have gotten them correct. And here is Hawks LTC. I believe that's Brian Hoxie, my good friend from digitaltodice.com. Brian and I met each other, and he is here catching the stream live as well. Thank you for tuning in, Brian, for tonight's action. Before we came to air, there were a couple of matches that took place. The show opened with tag team action. The team of Dr. Death, Steve Williams, and Gary Albright getting a victory over Austin Idol and Dennis Condrey, as Williams got the win on Condrey after a miscommunication led to Condrey and Idol colliding. And Idol went down. Williams pinned him with an elbow drop. And there was something astir in the Austin Idol Dennis Condrey camp. And just before we came to air, Eddie Graham wrestled a tremendous match, getting a submission victory over Bret the Hitman Hart. That is not easy to do. Eddie Graham with the figure 4 leg lock, getting the measure of Bret Hart. And now we have another update from Neely Bob, from Neil Lau, our good friend, with more updates from Velvet Wrestling. Guillermo Rosas, the Intercontinental Champion, and Velvet Sky, the Ladies Intercontinental Champion in the Velvet territory. So thank you, Neil, for being here and being the #1 fan of the Heartland. And with that, we are ready to get things started here in Memphis. Ladies and gentlemen, our following contest is tonight's opening televised matchup of the night. This is a tag team match scheduled for one fall with 45-minute time limit. Disqualification rules will be in effect. And before we start, if I could get a quick sound check. I know there have been concerns about the sound levels and the sound quality on the last couple of broadcasts. So if you're having any trouble hearing, give me a heads up and we'll see what we can do about it. But let's go ahead and get started. Introducing first, team number 1 at a total combined weight of 515 pounds from the nation of Algeria. It is the Mad Dog and the Butcher, the VACHON brothers. So out comes Butcher Paul Vachon and Mad Dog Maurice Vachon, ready for action in tonight's opening contest. Sound is good. Thank you, Jay Randus. And their opponents. Coming to the ring first out of Minneapolis, Minnesota. Standing at 5'10", weighing 225 pounds, this is Red BASTEIN. And his tag team partner from Milwaukee, Wisconsin. The man who made Milwaukee famous. He stands at 5'11". He weighs 265 pounds. This is the Crusher. So Crusher and Red BASTEIN, Midwest favorites against Mad Dog and Butcher Vachon. All four of these men with roots in the Northeast, or excuse me, the North Central U.S. territories. AWA and Chicago and Indianapolis and the likes. As AFR, after further review, Steve Tower joins us. Steve, it's good to see you, my man. Thanks for dropping by, and thank you for weighing in on the sound issues. And with that, I believe we are set to go here in Memphis. And it will be the Crusher starting things off against the Butcher to get our opening tag team contest underway. And it will be the Crusher with the opening initiative roll. And the Crusher comes out with a punch to the throat. And he nails that punch to the throat. But the Butcher comes right back, grabs Crusher by the arm, whip to the turnbuckle. Off the turnbuckle comes the Crusher. And the Crusher comes off the turnbuckle with a knee to the head of Butcher Vachon. Crusher now taking control. Crusher with a big elbow drop onto Vachon. Vachon is down. The Butcher is down. He's going to try and get a tag to the Mad Dog. He is unable to do so. And that puts the Crusher in charge, and he goes right to the Crusher Nelson. This is a finisher. It's a 0 finisher. The submission roll here 4 or lower, and on a roll of 4 he may get him unless the Mad Dog can make the save, and on a roll of 4 Mad Dog does make the save. So near catastrophe in the opening moments as the Mad Dog Vachon forced to rescue his brother from the Crusher Nelson. Crusher in control, and Crusher now applying the stomach claw. Vachon getting slowly to his feet. The Butcher is up. And Crusher will tag in Red BASTEIN to the match for the first time. Red BASTEIN moves out with a flying head scissors, taking Butcher over and down to the mat. And follows that up with a whip to the turnbuckle. Off the turnbuckle comes Red BASTEIN. And on a roll of 3, Vachon comes off the turnbuckle, and on a roll of 3, BASTEIN charges into the turnbuckle, misses everything, hits the ring post hard, and tumbles out of the ring and down to the arena floor. And this is a good place for the Butcher to play. Butcher with the advantage there, and in the brawl on the outside, it is going to be Butcher slamming the head of Red BASTEIN into the ring post. And Red BASTEIN now is dazed, is staggered. He is down. And Butcher with the move. He's going to continue action out of the ring. And again, get the best of Red BASTEIN with a DDT onto the concrete floor. Red BASTEIN taking 2 significant head traumas there to get things started here. And now it is a double team opportunity for the Vachon brothers. And on a roll of 7, it is a bone-crunching double clothesline delivered by the Mad Dog and the Butcher. Red BASTEIN is down. Mad Dog now in the ring and in control. And Mad Dog is going to go for a jumping knee drop. This is a choice a choice H maneuver. So that can either be an agility move on 5 or lower or a death jump B. He will go for the death jump B. But on a roll of 5, it is BASTEIN who gets to his feet, catches the Mad Dog going up to the turnbuckle and throws him down to the mat hard. BASTEIN now in control. Mad Dog is down. BASTEIN rolls him over into a Boston Crab. Mad Dog in trouble here, trying to claw his way to the bottom rope. And as he gets to his feet, it is a double knee lift from Red BASTEIN that stuns the Mad Dog. And now here comes the Crusher for a double team attempt, and this is going to be a doozy. It is a devastating double team move, a deadly face-first double suplex. It's going to be BASTEIN going for the pin. The pin roll here 3 or lower, and Mad Dog forced to kick out. Crusher now the legal man in the ring. Crusher and Mad Dog going at it. Crusher comes back with that Crusher Nelson. He's going to try and force the submission here on a roll of 4 or lower. And on a roll of 4, he may get him. Butcher's got to try and make the save. Unable to do so, and we have a winner. Just like that. Congratulations to the team of the Crusher and Red BASTEIN. The Crusher using that Crusher Nelson on both opponents with great effectiveness, finally forcing the Mad Dog to submit. Give the win to Crusher and Red BASTEIN. All right, so that is your first match of the evening here from the Dave Cave and from the Mid-South Coliseum in Memphis. Congratulations to Crusher and Red BASTEIN for the win. Okay, between matches here, we will catch up on the chat. Question from Neely Bob. If Kevin Sullivan holds the Velvet Belt, can he defend it in the Heartland? I don't see why not. Kevin Sullivan actually does wrestle in the Heartland. Let's see if I can remember which territory he wrestles in. As we call up the Heartland spreadsheet. Kevin Sullivan wrestles in Patriot Championship Wrestling. In fact, it was earlier in November that he recently got an upset victory over Bob Backlund in Patriot Championship Wrestling. That match taking place in Washington, D.C. So yeah, we can talk offline about that. Neil, if you want to name your own challenger, or if you want me to pick a challenger from Patriot, the Patriot roster to take on Kevin Sullivan, we will make that happen. Or the other thing we could do is give Kevin Sullivan a shot at the North American Heavyweight Championship, which is the secondary belt in Patriot Championship Wrestling. So yeah, good plan. Also, while we are in the chat room, Steve Tower is here, Brian Hoxie is here, a couple of guys who have been part of the gaming convention, the sports gaming convention circuit. It was disappointing, but certainly understandable this week to hear that the Play.con will not be held in 2026. So yeah, that was, and God bless Keith Avalone. Sam is moving out, and Keith is going to be flying solo, and I certainly understand the need to not take on such a big event as Play.con. That pretty much solidifies my plan to go to Digital to DiceCon in May, even though that's not the most convenient time for my schedule in 2026. I am going to make that happen. And we'll probably have another Legends of Wrestling tournament at Digital to DiceCon 2026. So if you're listening to this and you're in the Northwest United States near the Boston area, strongly recommend checking out Digital to Dice 2026 while tickets are still available. And that reminds me, I got to get my ticket. So anyhow, that is catching up with what's happening on the chat room and in the gaming community as we head back to the ring for our next matchup. Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest is scheduled for one fall with a 45-minute time limit. Disqualification rules will be in effect, as this is a standard singles match. Introducing first, from New York City, New York. He stands at 6'5". He weighs 297 pounds. This is John Layfield, aka JBL. And his opponent hails from Sarasota, Florida, 6'1", 248 pounds, the Macho Man, Randy Savage. So Randy Savage to take on JBL, two very polarizing wrestlers here. Savage, unparalleled in his popularity, but certainly the animus directed towards John Layfield may come close to matching the affection for the Macho Man. And, oh yeah, good question, Brian. I am definitely planning to be at IndyCon. That's within driving distance, so I will definitely make that one happen in April. All right, so the Macho Man and JBL set to do battle here in Memphis, and it is the Macho Man who picks up the opening initiative role, and he comes right out with an attempt at a body slam. This is a choice C maneuver. Bradshaw, a big man, almost 300 pounds. He is going to need a roll of 7 or lower to complete this body slam, and on a roll of 7, he got him down. And Bradshaw stays down. Savage now is going to go up for a death jump. Just that quickly, Savage taking control. And on a roll of 7, he nails JBL with a big double axe handle blow off of the top turnbuckle. Layfield is down. And Savage now going up for the flying elbow smash. He's going to try and deliver it. And on a roll of snake eyes, he nails it. And he gets the cover. Just like that, Randy Savage takes the measure of JBL. And got the flying elbow smash off of the body slam and the death jump, and JBL quickly takes the fall in this one, as he apparently tried some sort of a dirty trick which backfired and got him in harm's way early, as Savage took him right down and put the flying elbow smash on him just like that. Count of 3. And we have a winner. Oh, yeah. Congratulations to the Macho Man. Randy Savage, the cream always rises to the top. All right, I'm not a impersonator, but who hasn't done a Macho Man impersonation in their lifetime? We all do. And just like that, Macho Man has taken the victory. And that brings us to our next contest, which is a grudge match. And yeah, Brian, organizing an event in the Midwest, I would be more than happy to help out with that. I'm in Madison, Wisconsin. That's just a little over 2 hours away from Chicago. So if we wanted to do something in Chicagoland, I think we might get some traffic. We did, Digital to Dice Con in April, and IndyCon in April, Digital to Dice in May, and then early August was Play.con. Some folks do go to Canton towards the end of August for the Pro Football Hall of Fame weekend, but from the end of August all the way through till April, there is nothing, and I'm wondering if we could put something together to fill in the gap there at some point along the way. So yeah, Brian, I think you know how to find me on Facebook or whatever. But I would definitely be delighted to be a part of the planning and execution of an event in the Midwest sometime in the late summer. And with that, we move on to our following contest. This contest is a grudge match, no disqualification. One fall to a finish. Introducing first from the great state of Minnesota. Standing at 6 foot tall, weighing 249 pounds, this is Arn Anderson. And his opponent comes from Atlanta, Georgia, standing at 6'1", weighing 231 pounds. This is rugged Ronnie Garvin. So Ron Garvin set to move out against Arn Anderson. These two had plenty of battles back in the Atlanta days. No strangers to one another. And it's great fun to be able to put these two back in the ring in the Filsinger Games universe in the year 2025. And we've got our black and white grudge match dice in play here as rugged Ronnie Garvin takes the opening initiative role. And he is going to attempt to catch Arn Anderson in a sleeper hold right off of the opening arm lockup. He'll need 9 or lower to complete that, and he has got the sleeper hold locked in. And, Arn Anderson may be forced to submit here. He will not. But Garvin asserting himself early in this match, and Garvin has taken control. And Garvin now with a big forearm slug. Arn Anderson getting back to his feet as Garvin's on him now with a headbutt. Anderson still on the receiving end. Garvin comes at him again with another headbutt. And Anderson is trying to shake the cobwebs loose as brutal chops administered by Ronnie Garvin. Anderson on the defensive. Garvin maintains, and he is going to forego the whip to the turnbuckle and instead bite the forehead. Ronnie Garvin with a bite to the forehead. No holds barred in this one. As Garvin has bitten Arn Anderson on the forehead, now he's going to go for that sleeper hold again, and he's got it in place once again. He's going to go for the submission on a 4. And on a 9, Arn Anderson again able to escape the devastating effects of that Garvin sleeper hold. And now Garvin just slugs him. Hands of stone. Big punch to the side of the head. Arn Anderson is down. Can Garvin get the pin? He gets the pin. And just like that, Arn Anderson has been pinned by Ronnie Garvin with the hands of stone. Garvin nearly put him to sleep twice with that rear naked chokehold, and before Arn Anderson ever got his senses back, Garvin nailed him with that right hand punch, one of the best punches in the sport of wrestling, and Arn Anderson is down for the cover. Oh my goodness, what a surprise bout we saw there as Garvin defeats Arn Anderson, and that's not going to improve the mood in the Whatever We Want faction. The 3W faction has been through a good bit of turmoil over the year 2025, and now Arn Anderson gets his head handed to him by Ronnie Garvin here in Memphis. And the night is not yet over for Whatever We Want. The 3W faction is now forced to defend the Pro Wrestling Mid-America Heavyweight Championship in our main event. Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest is scheduled for one fall to a finish. Disqualification rules are in effect. This is a standard championship match. Despite the heel versus heel violence that's about to take place here, and the bloodlust of both these men, and the affection for the gold that both these men have. Introducing first the challenger from Tehran, Iran. He stands at 6 foot tall, weighs 262 pounds. This is the Iron Sheik. And his opponent is your reigning and defending Pro Wrestling Mid-America Heavyweight Champion out of Charlotte, North Carolina. He stands at 5'11". He weighs 251 pounds. He is accompanied to the ring by the mouth of the South, Jimmy Hart. This is Jackie Fargo. So Jackie Fargo, the subject of the full attention of Jimmy Hart here tonight. And that's been one of the issues with the 3W faction. Since Jackie Fargo won the title, Jimmy Hart has been solely focused on keeping that title, much to the exclusion of some of the other members of that faction. The original Hawk Tour. Iran #1, Russia #1, USA Hawk Tour. All right, and now it is time for our main event. Championship dice in play here. And as they come together in the center of the ring, we're going to go straight to the shenanigans chart, much to the surprise of no one. The shenanigans chart is brought to you by Face to the Mat, Pro Wrestling Simulation board game. And it is going to be the Iron Sheik rolling on the shenanigans table. The wild card results, and on a roll of 4-2, is he a cheater? Yes, indeed he is. Gross misconduct, disqualification, awarded decision to the opponent. And I will not do that. I will not allow this book to decide the outcome of a match. So we're going to go to the next one on the chart. We'll go to a 4-1. Referee distracted, wrestler administers illegal move, and he will start on level 2 offense. So yeah, I don't allow the shenanigans book to decide match results. We decide those in the ring. So instead, it is the Iron Sheik with an illegal move, a cheap shot from behind as the introductions were being completed, and Iron Sheik will begin this match on level 2 offense as Fallen Angel enters the room and Kevin Sullivan. And so now the Iron Sheik with a big sidewinder suplex. Jackie Fargo down and tumbling out of the ring. Fargo going to have a little meeting of the minds with Jimmy Hart at ringside. But Iron Sheik is going to interrupt that meeting with a double noggin knocker, and Jackie Fargo is stunned. Iron Sheik now in control. He's going to put Fargo back into the ring and attempt a vertical suplex. He'll need 9 or lower to hit that, and on a roll of 5, the vertical suplex is up, over, and down. Hard to the canvas goes Jackie Fargo. Fargo is reeling. Iron Sheik is in control with a chest breaker, a hard knee drop, hard dropping his chest of Fargo across the knee of the Iron Sheik. Sheik maintains control with a kick to the stomach. Another kick to the stomach, and now Fargo is going to retaliate. And it is Fargo with a big right hand who puts Iron Sheik down to the canvas. Fargo quickly going for the cover. Iron Sheik kicks out of that one. Fargo trying to get out of here with his title by any means necessary. Fargo now in control. And he is going to go pitch Iron Sheik out of the ring. And here we go on the arena floor. It is a brawl both ways, and it's going to be Jackie Fargo winning that brawl with a slam onto the announcer's table. Iron Sheik biting the dust on the announcer's table out of the ring. And now it is going to be a jumping stomp delivered by Jackie Fargo in the center of the ring. He's going to go for the cover once again, and once again Iron Sheik kicks out. So Fargo, with that brawl out of the ring, has taken control of this one. And now out of the ring we go again. No shenanigans as of yet, but Fargo is going to win the brawl once again and drop Iron Sheik throat first onto the steel security railing. It is a rough go for the Iron Sheik now, as Fargo back in control. And Fargo now is going to go up for a death jump. Death jump attempt coming up from Jackie Fargo, and on a roll of 9, he nails a big elbow right between the eyes. Coming off of the top turnbuckle, Iron Sheik is down. And Fargo now goes to the ringside weapon. He's got a foreign object. He has got a pipe wrench. A wrench has been deployed by Jackie Fargo, and he is going to nail the Iron Sheik with that. We may see a disqualification here. Possibly we will see a disqualification, but on a roll of 9, there will be no disqualification. Referee refusing to count the pinfall. As Iron Sheik has now been busted open, Jimmy Hart having it out with the referee who saw the pipe wrench come into play, refused to count the pinfall. And Jackie Fargo on the offensive now, and out of the ring we go once again. And now we are going to have out of the ring shenanigans, much to the surprise of no one. What has Jackie Fargo got up his sleeve now? It is going to be Jackie Fargo attempting to set up a table. Jackie Fargo is setting up a table as the Iron Sheik is bloodied and on the arena floor. And on a roll of 12, the table is set up on the arena floor. But oh, it is the, let's see, that's on the gut check roll, it is in favor of the of Jackie Fargo because of the 3 points of fatigue. Fargo wins the gut check roll and power bombs Iron Sheik through the ringside table. Iron Sheik may be counted out here. And on a roll of 3, that is going to be a count-out victory for Jackie Fargo after slamming the Iron Sheik through the table at ringside. We may have an injury to the Iron Sheik here, and on a roll of 3, Iron Sheik escapes the injury. But the Iron Sheik has been counted out, your winner, and still Pro Wrestling Mid-America Heavyweight Champion. It is Jackie Fargo, and he used every dirty trick in the book. The foreign object, the throat drop onto the security railing, and finally driving Sheik through a ringside table to force the count-out victory. Jackie Fargo is a force to be reckoned with. Iron Sheik is nobody's patsy, but he got treated like an enhancement talent in that title match. Congratulations to Jackie Fargo and Jimmy Hart for a sensational victory in tonight's main event. All right, so that wraps things up for tonight. Thank you all for tuning in to tonight's action. So we had a relatively brief show here tonight as a couple of the matches went by quickly. Great conversation with the crowd. Neely Bob, along with Fallen Angel, Kevin Sullivan, and a cast of thousands representing Velvet Wrestling. After further review, Steve Tower made his appearance. Brian Hoxie, Jay Randis, and I believe that is everybody. I don't think we missed anybody else, but if we missed you or if you were tuning in on the follow-up, Christopher Slovic 9373. Always good to hear Christopher Slovic. Good to see you here in the chat room. Thank you for tuning in tonight. So yeah, we're done here. Signing off from Memphis. Thank you all for tuning in. One and all, that's our stream, and I am out of here.